Welcome back to another episode of PixelWeb. Today we're going to continue the discussion of the Google's 200 plus ranking factors that they use to determine the position of a website within the search engines. The topic for today is domain registration length. Now, when you purchase a domain name, you're typically given an option of how long you want to register it for. 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. It makes sense to try to register the domain name for as long as you can, because that sends out a signal to Google and the search engines that your website plans on being around for a while. If you only purchase it for the bare minimum of time, it's possible that can send a negative signal to Google and the search engines that you may not be around a year from now. So domain registration length is a small factor within the search engine rankings of a website. Is it the overarching most important? No, it's not. Again, well-coded website, quality content on a consistent basis. That's the basics. That's what you should do and focus on. But if you can give yourself a little bit of an edge in other various ranking factors that are either speculated or known to be true, then you might as well take advantage of those, because you want to make sure that you give your website the opportunity to be found by viewers online. So domain registration length, I think it's a pretty decent ranking factor. It's not the most important, but it's something that you should consider when registering your domain name. Do it for the long haul. Send the message to Google and the search engines that you plan on being around for a while. Buy your domain name for like 5 years at least. If it's only $10 a year in general, maybe $15 a year, then might as well spend the $50 to $75 or even $100 depending on the extension of the domain. If it's only going to cost you that much, $50 to $100 for 5 years, that's a pretty small investment in the for your website itself, and it gives you a pretty decent return on that investment when it comes to the search engines. Now, if you buy a domain name, for 10 years and you have very little content on your site and hardly ever update it, is that really going to help out? Most likely not. Obviously not, because again, the foundation of a good website in terms of SEO is quality content, consistent basis that's well coded. All right, so we covered the domain registration length, why it's still important, and what you can do, to give yourself a little bit of an edge by extending your domain name registration with your domain wherever you purchase your domain name. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this episode. We covered another topic another ranking factor that Google uses to determine the position of a website in the search engines, and we're going to continue on. So don't forget to subscribe so you can catch the next videos that'll go deeper into the 200 plus ranking factors. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.